All right, peace. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving honor and praise to the God of Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov. Give a double honors to 7130 South Chicago that taught me this truth. Give a double honors to all the brothers and sisters that the Creator has awoken in these last days. With that being said, peace and shalom. All right, brothers and sisters, I want to read an article off of another chaotic event that has happened this year, dealing with 18 killed, 13 injured in Maine mass shooting as police hunt for gunmen. So it says, let's read the article. It says at least 18 people were killed in mass shooting in Lewiston, Maine, Wednesday night. Maine Governor Jeanette Mills said Thursday morning at least 13 others were injured. And see, brothers and sisters, like, they don't want to really put the words how they do with the Islamic community when they start shooting and shooting individuals. They call it an act of terror. But when it comes to their own, they don't really say these things. But see, this is an act of terror against the inhabitants of the country. And look, brothers and sisters, a lot of people, they not really prepared for nothing like this is because, see, they looking for the government to do everything for them, see. And when we look at a lot of stuff that goes on in the other countries, because it's chaos and confusion all over the place, it's fighting everywhere. See, look at our people, some of the people that's the same color, skin tone of us, maybe of other nations. Look what they go through on a daily basis, dealing with quote unquote different religions, how they come in and they slaughter the people. See? But see, a lot of them, they've been dealing with this for decades, and a lot of them are living in fear. See? And this is what's finna happen to this country, because this is not the first time that this has happened. See, we have seen people come into schools and they have shot and killed young kids. See, they have shot and killed young kids, and this act of terror is going to continue. Is because why? This is the judgment of the Creator that is upon America and what you would call the Gentile world power system. It says a suspect was at large, authorities said. Authorities are attempting to locate 40-year-old Robert Card. Maine Public Safety Commissioner Mike Sawchuk told reporters during a news conference Thursday morning he is considered armed and dangerous. Officials were still working to identify victims Thursday morning, State Police Colonel William Ross said during the news conference. 8 had been identified, 10 others still needed to be identified. It says the deceased victims include Arthur Strout, Joseph Walker. CBS News confirmed with their families. Officials haven't released many details about the victims. It says, as spare time recreation, a bowling alley in Lewiston, Maine, 6 males, 1 female died of apparent gunshot wound. Ross said, at Skimmingee's Bar and Grill, about 4 miles away, 7 males inside the establishment and 1 outside were apparently shot to death, Ross said. 3 other people died at area hospital. Right? So this guy, he was going around and he was just doing what? Picking off different targets. And see, why is these people doing this? Is because it's been a spirit that has been unleashed on these individuals to do this. It's because the same acts of terror that has been unleashed on the other countries on the behalf of America is the same thing that is happening to her in this country. You know, Malcolm X called it what you would call chickens coming home to roost. See, you reap what you sow. See, if you sow terror and chaos in the earth, this is what's finna happen to you. See, this is basically the judgment of the Creator that has been unleashed on what? The Euro-Gentile world power system, because we don't see chaos just in America. We see it around the world, see? Because America has sowed the seeds of deceit amongst the people. So let's look at something. It says police received a call about the bowling alley shooting at about 6:56 p.m., Ross said. Just over 10 minutes later, at about 7:08 p.m., police received multiple calls about other shootings. Police from Lewiston and surrounding areas responded to the shooting, right? As you can imagine, this is very fast-paced, fast-moving, very fluid scene, very dangerous scene that these guys and girls were going into, Ross said, because the Creator also is going to put the country and the masses of people of America in grave fear. See, they eventually they're going to be scared to come out of their house, see? And when you're scared to come out of your house, or when you come out of your house, you're in grave fear. What does that mean? You're going to arm yourself, see? You're going to arm yourself. And why these people, what is another reason why they commit acts of terror amongst their own people? Because a lot of them are upset with the government, see? They're upset with the government because a lot of times the government has failed these individuals. See? So let's look at some scriptures. Let's turn to the book of Isaiah 19:2. It says, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And see, this is what we're looking at when we're looking at the stuff that's happening in America, because the people is eventually, see, what's going to happen is, you know, because we're in the voting stage today, but eventually they're going to put down the voting ballots, and they're going to pick up what? They're going to pick up guns, because this country is going to go into another civil war. And see, in actuality, we're already in War 3 right now. But the people don't see it is because there's no bombs being dropped over here. See, the system ain't collapsed yet. There's not acts of terror that's all over at an alarming rate. But what's going to happen is that this stuff is going to speed up, see? And a lot of the chaos and confusion that we're seeing now is going to be it's going to be intensified. See, it's going to be intensified, where the peaceful people that we kind of see in the neighborhoods, they're going to be turned into savages, brothers and sisters. See? And it says, the third verse, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel. See, there's no more wisdom in America. See, you can't go to Miss McConnell anymore for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding how to conduct yourself in the country, what laws they gonna pass. You know, Mitch McConnell, he going through his thing. See, every time he get on television, he just pausing. He ain't got no words to say. See, you can't go to Joe Biden. Joe Biden is falling up the stairs and he's falling down the stairs. He's saying things that he shouldn't even be saying on television. See? You can't go to Donald Trump because Donald Trump, what he's talking about, bringing back the old America when America was happy to be a racist. See, she was proud to be a racist. See, there's no more wisdom in the country. But see, that was the wisdom that the people was looking to. See, that was the wisdom that's what kept them strong when they was creating Jim Crow laws in the country. When they told the black man he was a savage that lived in the jungle of a subhuman level. When they create the educational system of what? Colonialism. That was the wisdom that they was going by. So that wisdom has done what? It has washed away, brothers and sisters. See, so who they gonna look to now? And that's what the Creator is saying about the modern day Egyptians. It says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst of, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols. Talking about what? Your politicians, your religious leaders. See? You're gonna be looking to the people from a social standpoint of view. You ain't gonna be able to look to it because that's who you worship. These folks, they don't know Yah. See? It says, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits, right? And to the what? The wizards. Because that's what your politicians, that's what your president, right? That's what your community activists, that's who they are. They nothing but charmers, and they ain't nothing but wizards casting spells on people. See? And this is what we seeing today. This is why this man is able to go into these places, because why? America is being judged, brothers and sisters. America is being judged. And look, we're just talking about 18 people that just got killed. What about millions that's finna be killed in this country via what? Nuclear destruction. Let's look at another scripture. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, that there is no more. It says that there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, because that's who America is coming in the spirit of today. See? And what is the dust that she got to sit in? It's the dust of what? Confusion, brothers and sisters. Because why? The same act of terror that she's witnessing in the country is the same thing that she has unleashed on the other countries. See? How do you think that you're eating every day? How do you think that your economy is booming? It's because they have committed acts of terror amongst the other nations. That's why the nations are doing what? They're leaving America. Well, the countries that she got a grip on, they're starting to do what? Side with Russia. And see, Babylon, before she started to crumble, she got to crumble within. So when we see Caucasians or the so-called white people in the country starting to rise up against their government, what is that? That is anarchy. See? This is the crumbling of the system. And look here, brothers and sisters, these are the plagues that is coming upon modern day Egypt, modern day what? Babylon, see? Modern day Chaldea. It's because why? It's because she has fulfilled her lot. She has taken the nation of Israel, the so-called Negro, into captivity. And as a result, the Creator is doing what? The Creator is in the process of delivering the so-called black man out of captivity. It says, come down, sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. See, what is that? My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty of DIC, the land where my fathers died, the land where the pilgrims cried. See, that's how she's tender and delicate. And all the nations that seen her, right, they wanted to be just like her. They worship America as a god. But now the nations are starting to do what? They're starting to break away from her. And the people of the country, the so-called Americans, they're starting to wage war against modern day Babylon. It says, take the millstone in the ground mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. And how's the Creator uncovering the thighs? All of the nonsense that she has committed in the earth. See? The same, because this is really an act of what? On a low level, this is an act of what? Genocide against your own people. But did she commit genocide when she went over there to Libya and she murdered Muammar Gaddafi? Isn't this an act of genocide? How she went over there to the Congo and she murdered Patrice Lumumba? See? Isn't this an act of genocide on how she used the Nation of Islam and the Nation of Islam and her came together and conspired to kill Malcolm X? See? The same thing with Martin Luther King, how she committed genocide against our people in the country. So now, old virgin daughter, she got to do what? She got to sit in the dust of all the chaos and confusion that she has committed amongst the country. Why do you think that the Jews are committing acts of terror against the Palestinians? Is because why? America and their allies are doing what? They're helping her do this. How she's bombing the Palestinians and these people are picking their kids up out of the dust and the rubble. So it says thy nakedness shall be uncovered. See, what is that? Her racism that she created in the country. See? Her confusion that she has committed in the country. How she steals elections. See? Both Democrat and Republican. How she assassinate leaders and set up leaders in the country to do her bidding. See? It says, take the millstone. No, it says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, the shame shall be seen. And I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Let's look at this. Let's look at see what 2 Ezra 15 and 16 is talking about. 2 Ezra in the Apocrypha 15 and 16. Let's see something. 2 Ezra in the Apocrypha 15 and 16. 1 second. But see, we're not paying attention to this because you know what we doing? We sitting around here, we watching the football game. That's what we doing. 15 and 16. It says, for there shall be sedition amongst men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, meaning that what? They're not going to follow the politicians anymore. See? They're not looking to America anymore. It says, they shall not regard their princes nor their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Men shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. See? Because Once America, it's going to be another civil war in the country again. And what is the sedition among men? They're going to fight against one another. And that's what you're seeing. Whether they fighting at the election polls or people coming into the schools and shooting down kids, it's going to be what? Act of terror. And it's going to intensify because these are the plagues of what? Egypt, brothers and sisters. 18, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, and men shall have no pity upon his neighbor. That's what that man did when he came into that bowling alley, into that bar and grill, and he started shooting people, see, that he didn't even know. He don't even know those folks. It says, 19 verse, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. And see, that's what's going to happen too once the economy start to really collapse. You think that you seeing what's this smash and grab now? They're gonna start invading your houses. See? And a lot of you is not gonna be you're not gonna be spiritually armed, and you're not gonna be physically armed to fight off these people. This is what we're starting to see. We're starting to see the canine teeth coming out these folks now. See? Let's look at this. Matthew 24 and 12. The book of Matthew 24 and 12. Matthew 24 and 12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, and the love of many shall what? Wax cold. See, they don't care about your kids. They don't care about the so-called innocent people that's in the country. They're gonna kill. They're gonna start creating acts of what? Destruction upon the people. Because the people have gone mad. See? Let's look at this, brothers and sisters. Let's turn to the 13th chapter of the book of Isaiah, and I'm going to start reading the 17th and the 18th verse. See, this is what happened to the Medes, right? When they was overtaken by the Babylonians. It says, this is what was happening to the Babylonians when they was took over by the Medes. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight. See, you can't bribe these people. See, you can't bribe these people. And who is coming in the spirit of the Medes today? It's the Russians. See? Because Russia is going to invade America. And how she's going to invade America? She's going to invade America via what? Nuclear bombs, brothers and sisters. They're not going to regard gold and silver. That you ain't going to be able to buy these people. It says their bows shall dash the young man to pieces. And see, and what is the modern day bow today? Is what? It's the gun, brothers and sisters. This is what these people are doing. They're going to come into these stores. They're going to come into the places where you dine at. It's because you still looking to the country to take care of you, and they can't. See? That's what that man came in the store and did. Into this restaurant, into this bowling alley where people is bowling. Their bows shall also dash the young man to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb, and they shall not spare children. See, they're going to kill your kids. See? And this is to all you women out here that say you don't need no man, especially you black women. It says their children shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes, and their houses shall be what? Spoiled. Meaning they gonna do what? They gonna take over the cribs. And their wives shall be ravished. Meaning that what? They go see, you're gonna have people the next time they start talking on the news, you're gonna have people talking about how these women, they're going to be raped. See? And this is all coming from what? The breaking down of the system. The breaking down of the system, brothers and sisters. So, I'm going to continue to be looking at this. But see, this is what's finna come to America, brothers and sisters. This is what's already in America. But a lot of you don't see it, because this is where you at. Let's look at this before we cut this off. We're in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. We're going to get it. See, this is where you at, right here. See, you was in grave fear when COVID was around. See, you was in fear. You didn't want nobody coming to your house. You didn't want to come to nobody's house. You had these face diapers on. See, you was going to the doctor and you was getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 booster shots. That's what you was doing. See, but once the Creator when he took the plague off of you, now you back to doing what you've been doing. See, you want to go to the club. You want to go to all these social gatherings. See, you're not in the spirit of fear anymore. See? God done beat COVID. But now we see new players coming among you. Let's look at this. But look what you're doing. 24 and 36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man. It says, know not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the day of Noah was, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be, which is who? Yah himself. It says, for as the days that were before the flood, they were what? Eating, drinking, and marrying, and giving in marriage until the day that Noah did what? Enter the ark. Because why did Noah enter the ark, brothers and sisters? Why? It's because he was done preaching the gospel. And the gospel that he was preaching, that what? That the inhabitants that he was living amongst during his time, that they was going to die by a flood of water that the Creator was going to unleash on them. And what is the flood that the Creator is going to unleash on the human family today? Is going to be what? Nuclear destruction, brothers and sisters. But a lot of you is not going to be, you still going to be eating and drinking and marrying, and meaning that what? You're going to be engaged into the system. See? When you see a lot of us on television, Facebook, in the streets, YouTube, preaching about the destruction, you're going to do what? You're going to laugh at this, brothers and sisters. Ain't that's what you say? These niggas don't know what they talking about. They crazy. But now we starting to see a lot of these things taking place, and these things is going to intensify. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, peace, shalom.